Hi. Sorry, I normally get on a bit earlier than this. And then something just dropped somewhere in the house. My apologies for the noise. Okay, so I'm going to start playing the instrument for a while, the tongue drum, and then we will start in a few minutes the meditation session. Sorry, I need to install it better because it's actually sliding off of me. No. Okay, so today we are doing a session on building self-confidence, building up self-confidence. And so just a reminder that this is a Reiki meditation session and it is for your well-being and your health in general. So you need to make sure at all times that you are comfortable through the whole session. We are here doing these meditation sessions to relax ourselves, to find peace and find comfort. So anything that doesn't feel comfortable or peaceful enough to you, then make sure you just sit it out. Watch out for signs also of lightheadedness or discomfort in any way physically, and just keep monitoring it. If things get harder and stronger, the sensations, then maybe you need to sit the activity out. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Otherwise, if you're used to this session, as I'm sure you must be, then you just know what's going to come and you know how to experience it. And so you're good to go, basically. So, yes, today a session on self confidence. We are going to be releasing fears that stop us from feeling confident, and we are going to work on the mental aspects and then the energy aspects of building the confidence. So I am going to now invite you to begin with the gratitude and the intent for the healing, which we do at the beginning of every session. The intent for the healing is because Reiki is an energy that's coming through you, through to you rather, with this session as we're doing the meditation. And so you can set an intent for it, which means you basically just need to think about where you want positive energy to get to in your system and in your life. It can bring positivity to your health, bring positivity to your mind, physical health and to your mind. It can bring positivity to a career or a job, a relationship, a household, a project, anything like this. You can just ask for the Reiki to come and help you for this purpose. But just know that I send Reiki healing for everyone to receive whatever they need at the time when they are receiving it. So it's up to you whether you set up an intent or not. And then the gratitude is about something good that happened in your week, something that made you feel good, something that made you smile, something that warmed up your heart, that happened in the week. And so now for the next couple of minutes, you can focus on these two things while I remain silent. And you can take a deep breath to begin. Make sure you're comfortable. And then you can close your eyes. Set up an intent if you wish to. Formulate a gratitude or many gratitudes. Okay, you can remain with your eyes shut. We are now going to move on to our first activity, which is a focus on our breath. And so, if you would like now for the next few minutes to switch off every thought in your mind, closing your eyes if they are open, and taking a deep breath to begin. And little by little, removing in your mind every thought, seeing them go, floating away from your mind, as if your mind was an empty space, was a room, and that you were clearing out the thoughts from it so that it can become that empty space. That's it, little by little, just clearing your thoughts and starting to focus on your breath. Focusing on your breath, noticing every sensation that your breath brings to you. Noticing the air, the sensations at your nostrils as the air passes through on an inhale and on an exhale. Noticing the sensations as the air passes through the nose. Noticing the air as it passes at the back of your throat and through your windpipes, and as it gets into your lungs. Noticing your body expanding and retracting on an inhale and an exhale. Maybe noticing your belly expanding, your chest rising, your shoulders rising. using all these sensations to keep your mind focused on your breath. And remember, if you get carried away by a thought that has nothing to do with your breath, when you notice, just gently let go of that thought and bring your mind back to your breath. We are going to stretch this activity further. And on an inhale, we're going to inhale and absorb power, pure power and strength, or anything else positive that makes you feel that you are missing it, and therefore, because you don't have enough of it, you are feeling less powerful, less strong, and less confident. On an exhale, letting go of any fear, any doubt, any thought, even that make you feel less confident. On every inhale now, you can bring to yourself through the air that you are breathing in strength, confidence, power, light. And on every exhale, letting go of any fear, any doubt, any thought that stands in the way between you and you feeling fully confident. It is confidence about life, confidence about knowing you can do whatever it is that you want to do, that you are capable of doing it and you have the strength to do it. Knowing you have every ability to carry out any project, to maintain any relationship, to do anything in your life. Breathing that in, that vibration of power, of strength, of confidence. And on every exhale, releasing and letting go of any doubt, any fear, any worry, any thought that makes you doubt yourself. any past, any self-judgment based on the past. That's it. On an inhale, bringing to yourself with the air that is carried into your body all the power that you need and want, all the strength that you need and want, all the energy that you need and want. And letting go on an exhale of any fear, any doubt, any worry, any emotion, any feeling, any thought that stands in the way between you and you feeling fully confident. You can do so much in your life. You can make every one of your dreams come true one by one. Release the fears and the doubts. Release the voice inside that says no. Let it all go on an exhale. Let the air carry it all out of your system. Okay, and now taking a deep breath to finish. Opening your eyes just for a moment. If you wish to, you can have a sip of water. It is very hot where I am right now. I don't know about where you are, but drinking water is so important at the moment. I'm actually going to have some myself. So today we are doing a session on self-confidence. Oh, by the way, can someone please send me a live message now to make sure that this is actually still live, because I've been getting messages telling me that my connection is not stable and that they are trying to reconnect me. So if you could please just somebody send me a live message just to confirm that this is actually still streaming through live. I'm just going to repeat the same thing in French just for a second. Si tu peux m'envoyer, si quelqu'un peut m'envoyer un message. Cool, okay. Just to be sure. Sorry, I do have a French public as well, so I just wanted to make sure that they understood I needed a message, and it is still going on live. Super, okay. So yes, this session is about building self-confidence. We have got so much in our heads passed on, and I've just posted something about this on Facebook actually. We have old patterns from our childhood that at the time we set in our heads to make sense of what was happening and to help us through what was going on at the time. And these old patterns, they stay with us. And sometimes it's to help us through, sometimes it's a, a judgment of the situation we make, and then we establish a pattern from that. I will share one in a moment with you. And so these are then stuck by us the whole time as we keep going through life. And we don't notice them anymore. And so today, I'm inviting you through this session to let go of these thoughts, to let go of these thought patterns, simply by releasing them, simply by releasing them through the activities we are going to do. So, for example, I saw a post on Facebook and I felt I had to share it. It just brightened my day. I felt a relief, a huge relief when I read it. And it was saying something along the lines of, there are still there are still so many days ahead filled with most happiness and positivity. Basically, there's still amazing days that we haven't lived in our lives yet. And that thought hit me because there was a time in my life, especially when I was a teenager, going through high school and really struggling, where I actually looked at the future, not looked at now, saw that now was so impossible, looked at the future and thought, well, this is it. It's always going to be like this now. It's always going to be dark, it's always going to be sad, and it's always going to be hard. And then I was looking at the past and thinking, this is where all the good stuff is. And that's the direction where the good stuff is. And that pattern I kept. And I've done a lot of work on myself. And I do a lot of meditation and a lot of healing on myself. And still, that pattern somehow was still there. Very, very quiet, very, very subtle. I could not hear it. But I was basically still every day waking up in the morning in that expectation that it cannot get better. And we have, if you are like me, and I expect most humans are, we have in our minds so many thoughts like this that are based on patterns that just are not real. They are not real. For me, it was based on that experience of life at that time that I anchored that inside. And other people, it will be that they are going through hardship, so they create a certain reality for themselves so that it's easier on them. And so, but now it doesn't make any sense anymore. Now, at the stage of our lives where we are, whatever those patterns are don't make sense anymore. So, these activities we're going to be doing are about releasing these patterns and releasing the thoughts that are coming up from these patterns first, and then the patterns that are behind the thoughts, as much as we can, so that we can feel confident and happy to go about our days, to see that we can do anything we want from our life. So now, if you would like to make yourself comfortable again, and then when you're ready, closing your eyes and taking a deep breath to begin. Spending a minute just to let my words settle. And maybe also starting to think, again, just for a short while, about whether what I just said makes sense to you or not, whether you can relate to this or not. And now I am going to invite you to imagine yourself in a field or at the top of a mountain. And then to see this beautiful landscape around you, filled with bright sunshine that is warm but not too hot. And then occasionally a fluffy white cloud passing by. But as there is a breeze, as there is wind, clouds are not staying, they are just passing. And so, as you're watching these clouds pass by in this incredibly peaceful place, this beautiful blue sky and bright sun, I am inviting you now to take thoughts from your mind, to put them on the clouds that are passing by, and to watch them go. Any thought that contains a doubt, any thought that contains a fear about the future, about yourself, about you feeling fully confident to embrace your life with the maximum amount of happiness, any particular fear for specific projects or relationships or anything that you feel you don't have enough confidence yet for, any thought that makes you feel that way, you can put on a cloud and watch it float away from you. Any negative thought, any doubts, any self judgment, because in your mind there's no one else but you. So any thought that feels like a judgment or a criticism or a negative uh, connotation and a negative concept about you are all coming from your past that no longer exists. Maybe they represent the voice of someone from the past. Maybe they represent an event or a group of events or a period of your life. But they are no longer relevant. Right now, you have the strength and the confidence to do anything you want with your life. And so you can put any doubt or any fear, any sadness or any worry, any physical tension also, on a cloud and watch it go with the wind, clearing the sky for the bright, wonderful, warm sun, filled with the light of love and confidence. That's it. Just keep on putting those thoughts on a cloud and watching them go, leaving your system, and every time feeling so much lighter and so much better for it. Every negative thought away from your mind can lift inside. And now we're going to move on to the next activity. This one is a mighty activity. So you can keep your eyes shut and you can take a deep breath to transition from one to the other activity. Now, we are going to be a seed growing through the earth's crust and out into a plant, into a bigger plant, and eventually into a tree. And we are going to deeply connect with the power inside of us, that strength and uplift, that shift upwards, that pushes us and makes us almighty, deeply rooted and deeply strong and powerful as a tree. And so, if you would like now to imagine yourself as a seed in the ground, under a layer of soil, really feeling the cozy feeling of being under the ground, the warmth of the soil, the knowing that so much greatness is coming. Feeling also the energy from the center of the earth. And then starting to watch yourself growing slowly. A tiny little grain stem coming out from the seed and piercing through the soil little by little, growing and growing from under the soil to just below the surface of the crust of the earth. And then piercing through the soil cover. Finding yourself in open air now. Feeling the lightness and the freshness of the air. Feeling the power from the center of the earth to you, to your feet, pushing through your whole body upwards to your head and beyond your head. As you, as a tiny little baby plant, are starting to grow further and further. And so, watching yourself as you are growing taller, feeling the sun's energy on you, looking at the ground and seeing the ground staying further and further away from you, feeling this surge of power from the center of the earth to your feet and through your whole body and beyond your head. Feeling this power upwards, moving you towards the sky as you are growing taller and taller and taller. And as you are getting taller, you are also getting wider and sturdier. There is this magical sense inside of you that nothing can happen to uproot you, that you are so strong and mighty. As you keep on growing and growing, and feeling this energy still pushing from the center of the earth to your feet, through your whole body and your mind, and going beyond your head, helping you to shift in such a massive, powerful way upwards. And now this plant's turning into a tree, a small tree. With branches spreading out. Feeling yourself extending and expanding. And growing further still, taller and taller, becoming this mighty big tree. You have become so strong that no matter how strong the wind blows, nothing can happen to you. We always tend to think we are so much smaller than everything that is happening around us, but we are not. We are so much bigger, so much taller, and so much stronger than what is required of us. And so continue to experience right now the mighty power that you have. Understand from that greatness where you are now that the thinking process that we have of thinking we're so little or so weak or that we can't do much in our life and we can't have such a big impact is completely wrong. Life is life. Things are the way they are. They don't have any personality, they don't have any negativity. It is all in our mind. And so shift that mind in a big way today. Allow in your mind for power and strength, for positivity and happiness to come through and to reside there. You are that tree. You are deeply rooted to the earth. You are the earth. You are life. Now, when you are ready, I'm going to invite you now to take a deep breath to finish and to open your eyes again. And we are going to move on to the mudra, into the mudra to build up confidence as well. And I am actually going to look at my book to tell you what it's called because, well, at my plan, my session plan, because the thing is so long, I can never remember it. Okay, so it is called Vajrapradama. It's a Vajrapradama mudra, and I will write it down in the details of the video, of course, as long as they're interlaced like this. And then, as your hands are facing your chest, your heart, you're going to stretch them upwards. So that basically upwards, my hands are looking like this, upwards, and still in the region of your heart. Yeah. And so you're going to stay like this. So let me show you this again. Hands together, interlacing the fingers, facing your heart with the thumbs up, and then lifting up towards the sky. But don't raise your arms up, just leave it in front of you, but just give your fingers a stretch in front of your heart. Your arms, my elbows, are not actually touching my body, if you can see. And just keeping your hands open like this in front of your heart with the thumbs free. And now closing your eyes and taking a deep breath to begin. If you are lying down, you might need to rest your hands on your chest, on the slice of the hand, on the top of the hand, so that the hands are facing up towards the head. Because what's important here is for the fingers to be interlaced, but also for for that stretch to happen, and for the palms of the hands to be facing upwards. And just staying there, having your eyes shut and listening for sensations. Do not strain your hands so hard that you feel pain. Try to get into the balance where it is a stretch, but it is not hurting you. Listening for sensations around your hands, your arms, your body, or in your mind. Just resting there for as long as it is comfortable. Keeping your shoulders down and your chest open. Your back straight. And paying attention to see if there is any shift inside happening. Maybe your body feels lighter. Maybe your mind is shifting slightly. Maybe your whole system feels a lot more relaxed. Or maybe you're feeling more alert. And then turning your hands back towards your heart and then facing down, removing, separating the fingers, moving your fingers and your hands, your wrists, and bringing your hands back down. Keeping your eyes shut, we're going to move straight into the love meditation to finish this session. And so if you would like now to rub your hands energetically together to create the friction and heat, and then putting your hands on your chest. And today I am going to invite you during this moment, not just to connect to this energy that you may feel in your heart chakra, but also to send out love to yourself and to others. And looking also at the past week, and to send yourself love through your past week, and especially to yourself at moments when you feel that you may or could have done better, or that you are judging that maybe you've let someone down, or that what you did was not what was expected. All this pressure that we put on ourselves from others, but from us especially, to send love to yourself about these events that may have happened in the past week. looking at the past events of the last few days, running through the days briefly, and noticing times when there may have been some negativity, and sending yourself love to that moment. That means having a deep sense of care and compassion for yourself for those moments, in knowing that you are always doing the best that you can. Even if sometimes it feels that you are falling short, always you are doing the best that you can. And so sending yourself love through to those events where you feel that this may not have happened, that you may not have done the best that you can, and knowing you could not have done any better, and really experiencing compassion towards yourself. And now you can bring your hands back down and relax. You can give yourself a stretch, take a deep breath to finish. If you wish to, you can open your eyes, or you can remain with them shut for a while longer if you want to listen to the music with your eyes shut. I'm just going to go through the comments for a moment. And so Magali confirmed to me that everything was fine with the connection at some point. Then she said that the meditation where we started as a seed and grew into a tree was particularly powerful, and that she was feeling connected to the other trees. And then with the mudra, she was saying that she could see a flame in her hands. These can be very powerful, and it can happen that you may see things or feel things. And so this is amazing, and I hope that you will enjoy this session and that you are going to feel more powerful for it. So much more powerful. Sorry, I'm just trying not to set myself up for the drum. Again, if you have any question, please don't hesitate. You know where to find me. And I am starting again the in-person meditation sessions with the library group, but not at the library. We will be in the Valentine's Park. That is if it doesn't rain. Unfortunately, this week they're expecting rain to come for the rest of the week. I'm hoping it's not the case, but if it rains, then the sessions will not rain. Unfortunately, this week they're expecting rain to come for the rest of the week. I'm hoping it's not the case, but if it rains, then the sessions will not happen, unfortunately. But hopefully it won't, and then I will be sending an email out tomorrow. I'm going to go to the park tomorrow to see where the best place is to do it, and then I will be sending an email to let everybody know where we will meet up and where we will go. So okay, just relax now if you want to carry on and listen to the drum. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week, same place, same time. Bye.